Doctor Who Memories, The Mind Robber. Hello and welcome to this week's video. Now this week I wanted to do another in my installment of Doctor Who Memories, talking about my first experiences with Doctor Who back in the day and, when I was becoming a fan. Now this time around I wanted to talk about the second Doctor story, The Mind Robber. Now The Mind Robber was the first Patrick Troughton story that I saw. I mean, I may have seen the Crotons on the Five Faces season back when I was about 6 years old, but I can't remember that at all. I mean, I can still remember little bits of Carnival of Monsters from then, but I can't remember anything of the Crotons, so whether I did or not, I assume I did, but I don't remember any of it. So, realistically speaking, the Mind Robber was the very first second Doctor story that I ever saw, and I gained access to it, as with many of the pre-Sylvester Doctors, from a fan friend that I'd made in 1988. I got him to take me a bunch of stories from the first 6 Doctors, and the Patrick Troughton story that I chose was The Mind Robber. I can still remember, I think I watched I don't know whether I watched all the first episode. I seem to remember I was watching at least half of the first episode, and then I went to do something, and I was talking to my mum, and I said something like that story looks weird, and she thought I meant the picture quality, which, to be fair, was probably like a 10th generation copy of a copy of a copy. But no, I wasn't talking about the picture quality. I was talking about the story, obviously. I've always kind of liked The Mind Robber. It's never been a particular favourite. I think it's a little bit overrated, to be honest, because you see a lot of people kind of banging on about how wonderful it is and one of the best Troughton stories, and I wouldn't really go that far. At the same time, I don't think it's a bad story either. I think it's okay. It's watchable. It's been quite a while since I've seen it, actually. I keep putting off watching Season 6 for this supposed Season 6 Blu-ray set that never seems to ever materialise. Probably been pushed back another 2 years because of the War Games in colour. Gee, thanks, Russell. That was worth it. Twat. Now, another notable thing about The Mind Robber. The Mind Robber, when it came out on VHS, I actually won the VHS from TV Zone. I entered a competition in the magazine TV Zone. It was the kind of the spin-off from Starburst. I don't think it's going anymore, TV Zone. I think Starburst came back, didn't it? But I don't think TV Zone has. But that is one of only 2 things I have ever freaking won in my entire life. The other one was 3 years later from Doctor Who magazine, when I actually won the VHSs of Daleks the early years and Cybermen the early years. But The Mind Robber is pretty much the very first thing I ever won. And the thing is, I didn't even know I'd won it, because it came through the letterbox on a Saturday, this big parcel addressed to me, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Because I mean, what year was that? 1991? I would have been like 15 or 16 or something like that. I certainly wasn't in the habit of what I do now, in kind of sending off to things, So suddenly getting this big parcel through the letterbox was like, huh? Huh? And it was The Mind Robber, and there's a little slip in it from TV Zone saying, "Congratulations, you've won." To say I was chuffed, putting it mildly. So I never had to buy the Mind Robber on VHS. I'd had a copy, and I think it was an okay copy that my friend gave me. It wasn't one of the worst ones. I mean, the copy of the Daleks he gave me had that traditional bendy thing on the top of the screen that a lot of X generation copies had. And the copy of Horror of Fang Rock I had was actually black and white. I think the Mind Robber was okay, but obviously the official VHS was better. And I didn't have to buy it. So, I mean, when did the DVD come out? Would have been the 2000s, probably the mid-2000s. So I had that VHS for a very long time. I mean, I've still got the VHS. I've kept it. I mean, the majority of VHSs I've gotten rid of. I've just kind of kept a select few Usually some of the earlier ones because they're particularly nostalgic with the artwork and everything like that. And the Mind Robber again because it's one of the only things that I have ever actually won. Obviously the DVD is like I have the novelization. The DVD probably is the last kind of thing because we haven't had a Blu-ray of it yet. Hopefully we won't get a bastardized version. But if and when they do give us the season 6 set, I've no doubt I will buy it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to ramble on a little about the Mind Robber because it's one of those stories. Again, it was one of the earliest ones that I saw. It was the first Patrick Troughton story I saw, and it's one of the few things that I have ever bloody won. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye for now. Comment.